or potentially a big 4, because so far when SpaceStation and FaZe have had to play against these top 2 teams, it's been a 3-0. I want to see that change today.
Many teams end up going big in the big moments, and right now it's World 2 with World 3 kills, a World Triple, if you will. SpaceStation Gaming might be the first ones to start scoring, but Shopify Rebellion with the answer back.
And that's already almost disastrous, right? Royal 2 just picking his way through the map. No response right now from SpaceStation to deal with him. And he, oh my, he is getting it in the challenge and all that. You know, it's just a big distraction, Tony. Let's just let Last Shot hit the sniper as I distract you.
Great job staying alive by Psycho there, but wasn't able to find the trade out kill. Last Shot's now pushing up with this sniper. Wants to get towards the back green side, but taking a ton of damage. The reinforcements are here to cover his back, but missing out on that snipe shot and not able to find the exit route there. Because SSG continue to score.
And Royal 2, oh my, Royal 2 is just a monster at the mud. He was getting so much damage down, trying to slow SpaceStation's rotation towards C. And although SpaceStation has control, or was going to have control, Rebellion has been able to set up a sturdy defense. Now not only looking for a 2-cap, but potentially having a chance to go at 3 after this rotation. If they get these kills, this could be a good work for them. Oh my, it is aggressive.
Psycho ends up portaling right into the same spot there, was right on that portal and nowhere to go but the nature. And now it's Lucid. That's the last person alive here, but he's going to be dealt with. And Frost, the only player alive on the map, at least momentarily. And hold on, Lucid lived.
Yeah, it's just a one-on-one, Frosty versus Lucid, and the spawners come up, but Frosty, he hasn't been losing many gunfights all day long. He'll put another one under his belt, and with that, Shopify Rebellion not only have the 3 caps in place, but a camouflage to go with it. They'll give up B as a home for SpaceStation, but I don't think they're going to be satisfied with just 2. With the sniper camo combination, SpaceStation's in danger.
A dangerous combination in the hands of World 2, and mind you, SSG are getting staggered right now. Meanwhile, Snakebite off the screen takes down Last Shot, but Shopify Rebellion now control Alpha and Bravo. Luckily for SSG, that camo runs out. Unlucky for them, World 2 still one of the best snipers in the business as he backs down Stellar.
Right now, I mean, Rebellion, Royal 2, and Frosty looking like D-Wade and LeBron. 8 kills apiece between them. They are decimating SpaceStation Gaming, and with another 3 down, SSG just cannot get out of their side of the map. And, oh no, they're all going down. They're pushing in for that total control once again. Remember, folks, the trip cap, it's 2 points for every second when it's on board. SpaceStation's been struggling to keep Rebellion from getting that total control.
108-30 lead in favor of Shopify Rebellion. A big body shot's going to slow down SSG just that much more. Anticipates that Snakebite is going the low route. They've been teaming for so long in the past, he could practically read them like a book.
This is just unbelievable pressure and rotation. Oh, Frosty hit him with the head. Sniper shot still in chamber, just 1 to go, but you have a feeling he's gonna hit it.
Frosty right now leading all slays with 12 kills, only has died 5 times right now, and Stellar might just be the next victim. Body shot connects. The cleanup crew is there. Snakebite just about done with Bravo, but he's have to fight his way out of it. Luckily, his teammates are there to cover him with his back, and SSG scoring once again.
SSG need power-ups and power weapons if they're gonna come back into this game. It's been total control for Rebellion when it comes to those power weapons, especially Frosty getting them into his hands. He's at close to 10% of his kills this tournament have come from the hands of a power weapon.
SSG are scoring. Meanwhile, Frosty, he's still slaying. A beautiful back smack out of him, but Lucid with that cleanup. Royal 2 staring down 2 players. One of them is former teammate Snakebite, chasing down Lucid away from that pillar side angle. Can the rest of Shopify Rebellion activate off of that damage? They're able to get a cleanup kill, but Last Shot trades out his life. And eventually Royal 2 ends up in B, but he also ends up in the middle of multiple SSG players.
It's a double dilemma that Rebellion's trying to give SpaceStation to deal with. C and B were being pressured at the same time. But Rebellion not quite able to execute on all that damage, and while they tried to spread SpaceStation thin, they started to win some crucial gunfights on the map, and now SpaceStation one step ahead on the rotation, something that they just have not been able to do all game long.
SSG are scoring. The last shot busting through the front door. Well-placed spike grenade should shred the shields of Snakebite, as with that distraction, he goes right back to scoring C, and C will be snatched up. Can SSG hold on to Bravo?
Frosty doing his best to patrol B as a whole, and look at this power weapon back in his hands. That's where he's comfortable. 3 players made one shot, 2 of them went down, and Stellar, he's just trying to get his shields at the top mid. But look at that, the hunt is on. Last shot just took Stellar to the grave. He chased him for across the map, and Frosty's chasing headshots from the back of green. Everything's going right, total control.
Huge quick scope come out of Frosty right there, and more importantly, now not only are Shopify Rebellion scoring, they have that trip cap and they have the map locked down. Finally, Eco tries to push out through the A side, but Frosty with the no scope right to the dome. The trip cap is being held. SSG are being sent back to spawn time and time again.
That's a bedtime classic that Frosty hit with that headshot. Let's get another. Set a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Let me light it up in the middle. Another great headshot from him, and he is on a tear. 18-9 to start this game. Frosty's impact has been felt.
Clearly, Frosty has gone with his morning routine today. I'm talking face in the ice bowl of water. I'm talking about banana peel on the face. He's done it all because my man is absolutely frying right now. 218-90 lead in favor of Shopify Rebellion, and something is going to have to change for SpaceStation Gaming.
Best Man is crushing it as his role as a coach. We haven't seen a power up or power weapon go to SpaceStation all game long, and Frosty has reaped all of the benefits. A camouflage for Rebellion.
Although Frosty taking a lot of damage here, I thought he might be able to find the exit route, but hunted down by Lucid and the rest of the members of Optic Gaming. SpaceStation now able to take back control, forcing Shopify out of this green side. Lucid with some great damage, eventually 3 down, goes Shopify Rebellion.
And with the 4th in sights, Lucid has a chance to put him on a staggered spawn, but it's Frosty, the player he has to take out, and so much respect is given. Lucid did not take the one-on-one fight, instead opts for the reapproach.
Green gun charged up here, and right now there is Psycho over toward the tower side that you do have to deal with. They want the triple cap, and Lucid has to trade out his life. Stellar does get a cleanup here toward the back B side, but has no teammates to work with at the moment.
Stellar has been such a consistent slayer for SpaceStation, but just has not mattered because they've been behind the 8 ball all game. They have not been able to hit the rotations in time, and oh, well, it's his domain. Sniper back in the hands. Frosty comfortable.
Frosty and Shopify Rebellion looking like they want to get their revenge. They look like they want to make it back to that grand. The leading man out of the Slays department, want to see more of that coming from him and more from just the entire SSG roster. They're going to come back at Shopify Rebellion.
Stellar's been having a fantastic tournament, but one of the keys for SpaceStation to really feel the effect that Stellar can have in a game is to give him the power weapons. He is a Reaper when he has those in his hands, but that's just the denial of the power weapons is what's been crucial. I mean, look at Frosty just hitting every shot that comes his way. I mean, he's hitting spawn snipes.
The kills will also win the game.
Yeah, right. That's one thing to keep in mind, right? We always say that, first to 50. But the reality is the win condition for Slayer isn't necessarily the kills, but limiting deaths, right? Because you can win a 48-46. The reality is you lose when you give up 50 of those deaths. I want to see players be very mindful of their lives and trying to extract the maximum value of it. And when we talk about max value of life, Cycle's one of those players that is so talked about because of how reminiscent he is of Pistola.
Double kill. Also pretty good at getting some value out of his life. That's 3 for 1, which is pretty darn good if you ask me, but Shopify Rebellion still down by 1 kill. Meanwhile, Last Shot thought he had Cycle with them, but Cycle goes down. Can Last Shot survive here?
I love Last Shot playing with the reverse cap on. Well, I say he's meaning business today, and so far with how he's moving on the map, it's clear and decisive. He's fast, and one thing that we love about Last Shot is how he's always in the front lines. He's not afraid to be into that entry, and you're seeing that with his stats, right? He doesn't have any kills to his name, but 4 assists. And who has picking up those kills? Royal 2, the backliner for this Rebellion team. The composition of Shopify Rebellion is what makes them so scary. It's the yin-yang theory between all the players. Those ultra-aggressive frontliners and Last Shot and Cycle, plus the backline of Royal 2 that cleans up all that damage. It's just so well crafted.
Well, you might be a fan of Last Shot with his hat on backwards, but Snakebite showing you a bit of product placement. He has that hat on forward, so this way you know where to get the merch at. That's his logo right there. Down by 1 kill right now, our Shopify Rebellion. Meanwhile, SSG are thriving, getting slays at an opportune moment with camouflage about to come up. Valuing their life should be huge, and World 2 looks like he has his eyes set on that active camouflage. Meanwhile, Eco and Lucid, they have their eyes set on him.
Remember that last game, it was the camo and sniper that ruined SpaceStation Gaming. This time, they're not going to be able to get another camo. Best Man is continuing to keep Shopify Rebellion well oiled in the right departments. This is a team that is so scary when they're not making the simple mistakes. And oh, Royal 2. Oh, Royal 2. He just lets them go by.
Still have that camouflage to work with right now. Shopify Rebellion have taken the lead here at a one-shot. Stellar, that's not where you want to be, not where Royal 2 can strike as he forces Snakebite back, not before taking down Frosty. You're seeing 3/4 of that FaZe roster from last year just chilling over toward the fridge side. They must have been having a meeting.
Well, unfortunately, Royal 2 is just sitting on the outside waiting for players to come out of their said meetings, and they are feeling punishment each time. I mean, Royal 2, one of the best players of all time when it comes to just sitting in the mid-map and hitting the shots from across the map. He has one of the best accuracies you'll see. A lot of players like to call him one of the best pure aimers of all time, and you're gonna see why. The way that he can just play across the map and stay alive and force extra damage is second to none.
He's currently participating in 13 of the team's 20 kills as he goes down for the 4th time. Does Royal 2. Meanwhile, Snakebite, a well-placed grenade, but not exactly going to find its target. He's not to get aggressive. Meanwhile, Psycho has all the shields to work with and fight out of it. Luckily, Eco was there for the cleanup, but it is still a fight, and one that SSG will survive through.
And Stellar's keeping up with that main slave position. He has been dominating the slay column all day long. He's looking to be the first for double digits for SpaceStation, but next camouflage up. We haven't seen SpaceStation get away with any of these camouflages yet, and that trend will continue. Cycle just put on the cloak of invisibility.
Half the members of SSG go down. That means that Shopify Rebellion are going to immediately start to take space and widen their influence on the map. Meanwhile, Lucid, he wants to at least take down the camouflage player, but that's easier said than done when it's Psycho, and now it's SSG that got cycled because 1 down turns to 2, turns to 3, and Stellar has to slow it down.
It's devastating. They didn't get a trade. All of the players from Rebellion stayed alive. And Stellar, he just had no option but to slow down the game. Despite being last alive, he's still able to find the first pick up. That will slow Rebellion down at least a little bit. It's a wolf pack mentality for sure. Rebellion, all 3 players just running together, letting their isolation start to pressure the front lines. Frosty's by himself getting that kill. Now the help comes in. This is just so well played from Rebellion.
A huge collapse now coming out of Shopify Rebellion. Eco with the answer back. A double kill, but not enough to stop the remaining members of Shopify Rebellion, but Eco has help. He has a Stellar, and Cycle forces him out in a 4-kill advantage, make it 5 out of Shopify Rebellion.
So often we're seeing this position from SpaceStation where they're stuck at the bottom of the map trying to stay alive, and sometimes it's gonna work well, but it's tough to make it work the way that Lucid is. Double kill. That is not an envious position to fight out of, but Lucid makes it work.
37-32 lead in favor of Shopify, but if SSG continue to play like this, they still have time in order to claw their way back into it. But a lot of damage being taken, and he tries to take the challenge, but he goes down.
Frosty was not giving him an inch. Stayed around that corner, and camo's up. 3 players went down for Space Station. It's Cycle, he grabbed it again. It's another camouflage that goes for Rebellion.
Just 9 more kills needed for Shopify Rebellion. They would be happy to play for trades throughout the rest of this one. However, SSG, not a team that you want to trifle with. Royal 2, 17 kills right now. Snakebite and Stellar, they're favoring this P side. He puts the damage down. Stellar ends up getting the cleanup. Snakebite took minimal damage, so he's going to get aggressive. And with that BR, 3 down goes Shopify.
That's the Snakebite we've been needing to see into those front lines, ready to take on that fight. It was able to help his teammates stay alive, and now SpaceStation find themselves in a crucial moment. They need to find kills in order to get this deficit down, but you're running out of runway. You just can't afford to give up free deaths, and 2 of them just went to last shot.
It's been a bit of a slaying battle between Royal 2 and Stellar right now. Royal 2 with 18 kills, Stellar with 15. Mind you, Stellar has gone down 14 times. And he talked about just saving your life, and you talked about staying alive at these moments. While Shopify Rebellion have been playing absolutely fantastic. Snakebite forced all the way back, and it's Shopify that swarm on him.
Oh, Cycle able to finish that kill, and now they only need 2, but we saw it last week. Leads are never safe, especially on this map. Rebellion, well, I was saying they're never safe, but this one, I think this one locked up, Tony. They just threw about 18 nades at that poor man.
What we saw after that game number 2, I'm expecting a serious Stellar to continue to be that slaying machine. The question for me is, who's going to join them? And I have my eyes set on Lucid. When Lucid has pop-off games, SSG simply win. That's the winning formula right now, is get Lucid hot.
Remember, that was the series. Those stats were from the last time these teams met, from the winners semifinals. But I mean, honestly, there probably isn't much difference to what we've been seeing already. It's Rebellion that have been dominating the slaying column.
Take a look at Cycle here with this green gun, making sure that goal side is cleared out completely. Cross map shots looking very good onto Lucid Eco. You can catch these hands too. Say Cycle, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the cross map, but Cycle making it look very good, and Sky's a machine.
I love the way that Cycle gets into those front lines there, right? Just trying to keep that space for his team. And you see Long Haul already won by Rebellion. They're gonna have pipes control as well, so that's gonna keep Space Station towards his white tower. And look how they, oh my, what a nade. And he's gonna throw that nade trying to catch it. They spawn pipes, right? The idea is that nade hits them as they spawn. You hear the information, you get it through, but look at the space that Rebellion has just been taking on the map. There's nowhere for Space Station to challenge from.
Just about halfway done with this hill are Shopify Rebellion, but nowhere for Frosty to run or hide. Eventually, they are able to take him down, and we're going to switch over to Cycle, who's going to get into another gunfight toward the bottom side, challenging Snake by putting SSG3 down. They're staggered.
Yeah, Lucid's the only one alive, and he knows he's not going to move from that white tower. There's no chance of stopping that first hill. And look at the time. It's such little time taken off the clock. It's just hyper efficiency from Rebellion.
Enemy team took
Shopify Rebellion, right after taking that first hill, almost able to take over and claim control of the seaside. Eventually, SSG are able to defend. Cycle backs down with camo.
Tony, it's another camouflage that's gone to Rebellion. Best man has been crucial to the success of Rebellion. The coach is keeping them on track with these power-ups.
Slaves are coming down, and last shot with the triple almost gets himself an overkill. It's all good. Royal 2's got your back. That was 4 down for SSG.
Hey, if there's ever a time to live up to your namesake, that is it. Last shot. Come on, you gotta hit that one. Oh. Get the overkill for us.
I'm gonna give it to him. A triple plus making the last player one shot.
You think he's satisfied? I don't think he's satisfied.
I'm not gonna give him the overkill, but hey, Royal 2 gets the kill. Right now, Shopify Rebellion are scoring. Keep your eyes on the prize. It looks like they are about to win their second hill if something doesn't change here for SSG. SSG are trying to make it towards the C-plat side, but they're stopped short. Right now, they're drawing the line in the sand. Our Shopify Rebellion. And there it is. They continue to kill. They continue to slay.
You do see the shock rifle go into the hands of SpaceStation, but that's a concession that Rebellion's ready to make because of the control of the map that they have. And if they keep slaying at the pace that they are, they're totally fine with stepping outside this hill. They want to get rid of as much of that neutral time as possible. They don't want to give SpaceStation, you know, a couple minutes to work with. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if we see Royal 2 jump out of this hill at 99% because of how dominant these slays have been. And there it is, Tony. They're going to melt out as much of this time as possible, and that's because they're just winning the slays. There's nothing SpaceStation can do. They must force them back into this hill.
And once again, Shopify Rebellion are winning not only the individual battles, but the team battles as well. Shopify Rebellion stepping out of that hill and saying, you need to get us at least 2 down before we commit to this hill. And a little bit less than 3 minutes worth of neutral time here. SSG, they need this next hill.
It just heads up. Those are the things, those little nuances are things that Rebellion can worry about because of how dominant they have been in this game thus far. SpaceStation, they're struggling to tread water, just keeping their head above that water line. Instead, Rebellion's trying to mathematically play like theoretical Halo right now.
One shot Lucid somehow makes it towards the gold side of the map here. Mind you, SSG scoring and blocking that A side. This is a great setup out of SSG.
Lucid's important right now with that VR. He not only is he going to get that information, but he's going to be a big part of their initial damage. And you see that Marcus come in. That information well acted upon in SpaceStation. They needed a fast hill. They did exactly that. 90% of the way done. Nothing taken off the clock. That's hyper efficiency and exactly what SpaceStation needed.
2-1 lead for Shopify Rebellion, but we do see the first hill now belonging to SSG. I see last shot starting to approach the back C side. We see Shopify making sure that they secure tower before they push up, but SSG ain't backing down, and neither is Lucid.
This BR is so powerful on recharges because of these long line of sights, and this is tough, right? Lucid wants to get in, but they must find those kills in the back first. It looks like Eco was doing a great job of getting back there and getting damaged. Now it's up to Lucid to finish it.
Lucid gonna chase down the one-shot player. Cycle ends up hitting the black screen. Lucid surviving and now wants control of the blue side, anticipating a push coming in, and there it is, but it was Frosty moonwalking his way back to Lucid as he now chases down last shot. SSG finally starting to gain some control.
And Lucid doing what's necessary, now 5 in a row for him. That getting him activated as one of those slayers for his team is when SpaceStation starts to play better. We see, once again, Stellar being that bedrock consistent slay for his team at double digits, but Lucid with 5 in a row there, you see how much better this SpaceStation team plays when the slays start to flow through the rest of the team.
Stellar on the chase. Able to take down 1, 2 MVPs going right at each other. Meanwhile, Cycle down to 1 shot, but he will survive. Shopify Rebellion scoring, but Snakebite starting to slither his way towards long haul.
I think Rebellion's playing time. Tony, look, there's only a minute 15 left. I don't think they're gonna step in this thing. They're gonna try to win 2-1.
Right now, SSG, they have C, they have long haul. Right now, Shopify Rebellion waiting for all 4 members on the map to be able to push up, and a trade happens. Meanwhile, Frosty takes height, and Eco runs right into the hands of Cycle. A little over a minute on the clock, and like you said, Shopify, they're playing a little bit of an advanced game of Slayer 2.0.
And remember, SpaceStation captured their first hill at 2:42 on the clock, so they've already burnt over a minute and 40 seconds off the clock. That's another 45.
43 seconds of neutral time. Frosty with this BR finds the weakened Eco. A 2v2 situation. His next kill going to be so important. And Stellar waiting and daring Frosty to chase him down. Ends up getting a big kill, but is it enough? Apparently it is. SSG in the hill.
SSG still haven't gotten that to the halfway mark yet, though, and they're quickly running out of time. It's just over 20 seconds of neutral time and Cycle. Nade not going to get the kill, but boy, does that damage hurt. Royal 2 will find the cleanup. 20 seconds and counting of neutral time. Every second outside this hill counts.
Shroud goes down, allowing Eco to cross over towards the seaside. Last shot with some cross map shots, but Eco backs him down. Lucid holding on to the top seaside. Meanwhile, nobody able to account for Snakebite, who sneaks away with this camo. If you cross without looking, you're going to get backsmacked. Roll 2 now the first one to go down, but Camouflage ends up hitting the black screen here, and SSG have just gone 3 down. Lucid has to survive. Lucid wins a piv, but it's too late. They're spawning on the opposite side of the map. Stellar has to hold forward, but ends up holding it right towards World 2, and that